The Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control is an open access shelter that accepts all animals if space allows. And today we're going to dive deeper about doggy care and how to properly approach a dog. And joining me today is Abigail Reyes, their community relations and education specialist. Hi, Abigail.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome. Good. Okay, so we have here, you see our little puppy. What's the name of this dog?
So this dog's actually named Ringo.
Ringo.
Yes, he's one of Kevin's friends. So
okay, and you'll probably be thinking it is so well behaved, and this is a prop.
It is. It is. A lot of people believe he's real. It's so much fun when I take him out to the community. People get a little jump scared that I do feel guilty about. I'm like, it's fake, I promise. But he's well behaved. He knows how to sit.
Right. And of course, dealing with animals, if you're not used to them or have one yourself, you may not know how to approach them or what to do when you see one. I kind of jump back a little bit. I don't know a whole bunch about animal care. I used to be allergic to cats and dogs growing up. And so I wasn't around them as much. So I would love to know the tips and tricks that you have when it comes to approaching a pet.
Yeah, so one of the things that we tell people is to try the ABC method, and I'll get to that in a second, because we've noticed that a lot of times this helps prevent dog bites, because, just as we get scared with people who just randomly hug us and we're like, why are you touching me? We don't know each other. It's the same way with pets. Pets like to know, you are coming with a good approach, with good intentions. So we teach students and we teach adults what's called the ABCs. So what it means, I know in schools they tell students A is for apple, B is for ball, C is for cat. Well, in our case, it's different. So we use the ABCs to teach students how to correctly approach a dog. Okay. So the first thing we always tell students is to use the letter A, which means ask. You'll ask, if you're with your adult, ask your parent, hey, can I pet that dog? And you'll be like, yeah, sure, but ask the owner first. You always want to make sure the owner is the first person you are asking to pet the dog. Okay. And there are many reasons for this. One, there are dogs that are in training. Two, there are dogs that are service animals, working dogs, so they need to focus on their task. And another reason is just to make sure that they're friendly.
And you make a really good point, because maybe someone does have a dangerous dog. Maybe they are known to bite, or they're a little sporadic, and so it is important to know what you're approaching. I even see that sometimes when two animals are walking towards each other and they don't ask clearly, they just pounce.
Yes, and that happens a lot in neighborhoods. So oftentimes, we just, that's when I try to teach my dog to focus, and I tell her, hey, focus, so she knows to ignore the other dogs, ignore the neighbors, and just to keep on walking. So that's why it's very important to always ask the owner, can I pet your dog? Yes. Because even they could be a fearful dog, and that could cause a mental setback. So always ask, may I pet your dog? Okay. Now the owner may say yes or no, either works. If they say no, just be respectful and just walk away and carry on. Okay. But if they say yes, then the next step is the letter breathe, which just means breathe. Okay. That's all it is. B is to breathe. Because if you're calm, then the dog will know, okay, we're at a peaceful mindset. I'm calm, she's calm, we're all good. But if you come in with that fearful tactic, or a little scared with, feeling tense, the dog might be like, something's wrong. Why are you scared of me? Should I be scared of you? So breathing always just helps you to feel very calm.
Okay.
And now the next step is the letter C, which just means, it's a little tricky when we tell the students, but it just means curve or do a C-shape approach. You never want to go straight towards a dog. The reason for this is they might think that you're just coming at them or attacking. In the same way, you don't just come in to a stranger coming with a big bear hug, because you're just like, why is this person coming? Because we're bigger to animals, we're taller, we're standing. So you always want to just go around them to their side, and then you just pet their back.
Oh, that's interesting. I do sometimes just go and hug people. Probably not strangers, though.
Right.
I was going to ask, who are these strangers just coming up and hugging you?
I think, I will be honest, in a cultural thing, a lot of Hispanics tend to just come forward and hug, and sometimes I've established just a side hug of mine. I'm like, come on,
gotcha.
Who are you?
Okay, it's kind of like one of those. Think of it like that, giving a side hug.
Yes.
Okay. So cool. So we're going to try this out. I am going to test out the ABC approach. Let's see how I do, okay?
Right.
So here we go. So this is your dog.
So this is my dog, yes.
I'm going to go off screen. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, hello, Abigail.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Oh, look at your dog. What's your dog's name?
His name is Ringo.
Ringo. Is it okay if I pet him?
Yes, you may.
Okay. And then I can go around. Is that the C shape?
Yes.
And then come from behind?
Yep, and then you just always want to pet their back.
Oh, hi, Ringo. You're such a good doggy.
Just like that, perfect. Yes, that works out perfectly.
So
and the
great.
reason we tell people to always pet the back, especially students, is because they always want to go for the face, and it's cute. I get it, but what's on the face? Their mouth. And then we always tell students, we don't know how a dog will react. Maybe they'll get scared within a second and nip you. So we always tell students, pet them on the back.
That is so true, because I do see that sometimes people just go, I can do it because it's prop, but they'll be like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so close to like that. And then the dog starts to lick them perhaps. But I always find that interesting. But those are clearly the people that are used to having pets.
Yes.
Which is great. Okay, so before you leave, I want to learn more about your doggy fostering. So of course, with you all being an animal shelter, you bring in so many pets from the community and to really take care of them and give them a home. But you create an opportunity for people in the community to be able to gain access and to have those pets. So share it with us about the fostering program.
So our foster program, we appreciate everyone that helps us. We appreciate all of our foster families that are even watching this. We thank all of you for it. But so what it is, it's just, oftentimes when we have, for example, we'll have families who bring in puppies that say, you know what, I can't find them homes, or the mom, or whatever the reason may be. And so we ask foster families to help take care of them until they're available for adoption. And usually this will always depend on their weight, and this will also depend on their age. We always wait for them to be about 8 weeks. This includes our cats, or at least until the appropriate weight is there before they enter our adoption program. Now we do have more cats and kittens that are needed for foster families than dogs and puppies. But we still appreciate everyone that helps.
Yeah, that's so great. And then you also offer the adoption side as well, which is a whole nother step to the process. Do you require people to foster the animal first before they move into the adoption round?
No, if someone is already a foster family and they want to adopt, they can. And we call them foster fails, because we get it. Sometimes you get a cat or a dog that you just absolutely fell in love with, and it's hard for you to just give them back. So even though it sounds like a terrible thing called a foster fail, but it's actually a great thing, because it just means you're adopting that dog. Now we do have foster families. We ask, as part of what they do is that they help find adopters. So for example, say I have Ringo in the foster program with me. I'm going to try to find someone to come adopt him. So that's just them helping us find them a home.
Right.
And no, if you're a foster and you still want to adopt, you can. So there is no exact requirement or process to how to do that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Abigail.
Thanks.
We appreciate the information. And if you would like more information about the Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control, we'll be sure to have their website listed below. Go check out their fostering and adoption options. And don't forget the ABC method. We'll be right back.